Hey everybody, it is Jason, and today I'm pretty much 10 months on testosterone. Yeah, so didn't do the 9 month in the end because, recovery is tiring, it's hard, and at times I've just not been bothered to make videos because they're quite a lot of work. But then it's like, well, I'm almost at 10 months, so I might as well. So yeah, changes. What changes have happened? You're gonna have to bear with me because obviously surgery's been like at the forefront of my mind, and I've been looking a lot at what's been happening with that, so there are some things I might have missed, but there have been some things that have changed. I think at the moment things are at a little bit of a lull, but I'm hoping, especially because of the dosage change since January, and I've had a couple of shots since then, that it should in effect kind of get going again in the next few months. So I think I'm going to be a bit different from the sort of 1 year on teas you see a lot where it's like, oh yes, they look so different. I think I look different in some ways, but maybe not as much as I'd like to in other ways for a year, but then everyone, changes at different rates. And again, my dose for 6 months was too low, so for me it's been a bit more of a slow change compared to, say, a few other people. But anyway, I need to stop comparing myself and tell you what things have happened. Right, so first thing really is I'm getting some more hair again. I think on my arms there's a bit more hair. It's not great because it's daylight, so you can't see anything, but it's definitely sort of filled round some more. It's gotten a bit darker. Same with my stomach hair. It's kind of spreading a bit round the snail trail, so that's nice. And on like my post-op photos that I've been doing, you can actually start seeing it now, which is like, hooray! Because like the snail trail's fine, but it's been there since forever, and it's like I kind of want some more of my stomach area to look like that and not look so bald. I've also started getting a bit on my bum area and on my back, like on the back of my shoulders. Again, it's thin and like blonde, but some of them are really quite long, and every so often just with the light I can kind of see this hair like just protruding, and I'm like, how long's that been there for? Also, another weird thing, I must have not seen these before I had this done, but when everything was taken off with the dressings, there was like a couple of hairs that were there, and they're black, so they've been there for a while, so maybe they were underneath or something. But also I've been getting some more chest hair growing very recently, just there and around here. But again, it's very light, so I think, it's all sort of coming through of its own accord. The biggest change, I think, in the last couple of months has been my face, in that I've been getting much more facial hair. In the end I had to shave just because I've been sort of putting it off and putting it off, and I'm like, okay, so some pictures will have to do, so here you go. There's still some patchy bits, especially in the middle of my neck and in the middle of my chin, but around it, it's really quite dense. And then further up at the sides, it's kind of difficult to see. It doesn't do it proper justice because it is only a photo, but there's a lot now growing sort of on my jawline and on my neck area. And I have to shave now like every 3 days at the most, really. And then mustachio hairs, they're kind of doing alright. Again, just slowly getting a bit darker. So Becky's convinced I'm going to have a beard by Christmas. Some of the hairs have been blonde as well, which is new. Like, especially pre-T, all the hairs that were kind of growing here were all like very dark, very black, or at least sort of dark brown. So now acne, I don't think I've talked about acne for a while, mainly because I keep forgetting. And I keep forgetting because it's not really a thing. My face is just not greasy at all. If anything, it's too dry, which has been an issue for me since becoming an adult. It's not done anything like what happened in my original puberty, where I got really greasy and really spotty. I still get a couple of spots, especially due to like ingrowing hairs, if like some hair is coming through on my beard. But that's it. There was a little bit of a time where I did get like the odd sort of spot on my chin or something, but no, it's just not happening now. So my like facial wash has just not been used at all. Back on the other hand, as you know, it's absolutely covered in acne still. It's better than it was because of the whole not wearing a binder and exercising thing, but it's still kind of it's still kind of bad. It's maybe not quite as bad as it has been, but it's still kind of bad. But there we go, so maybe I'll just use the facial wash on there instead. But at the minute, because my movement's still a bit restricted, you know, I can't really do that. But, you know, it's the back, so people can't see it, obviously, as much as the face. Okay, so fat redistribution. I think at the minute fat redistribution is slowing down, although it might kind of kickstart again a bit later, because I'm aware that there are lots of changes that can happen between, say, 1 year, 2 years, 3 years as well. So at the minute, it's like, especially because I've had this, there is sort of the odd moment where I get a bit of dysphoria around my hips and things like that. Here's some comparison photos, by the way. I don't think there's been that much of a change really since last month, except for the obvious thing right in front of you. But don't worry, by the way, about little sort of pockets of fat around the sides. I think that might just be dog ears in development, which is something that can happen with top surgery. But yeah, basically when I looked at these, the main thing I noticed was the muffin top. So I mean, I've not been very active at all because I can't go to the gym or anything whilst I'm off. I can't do it for 8 weeks. But you know, my shape is still very triangular and nice. And I think maybe my legs have gotten a bit thinner still, like my thigh area. But everything else, like, especially when I sit down, it's like, oh yeah, there's so much fat kind of in between my legs. And also, like, my bum is a bit smaller, but it's still kind of massive. And my hips are just, my hips are my hips. So I think at this stage, it might be a case of, like, losing the weight will do it. I know that Ash the Tash, when he lost weight, suddenly he just became this pencil. So, life goals. But that is something that I want to work on anyway now that I've had top surgery, is losing weight. Or rather losing fat. I don't want to lose weight, I want to lose fat. So, you know, fingers crossed that won't make them look smaller. Something else with fat redistribution, I think my jawline has changed a bit. It definitely looks more angular, I think, than it has done. Although I think this hairstyle really helps, and I didn't get my hair cut for ages. But yeah, I think it is still doing its thing. Someone said to me once that I'd lost weight. Because I guess, yeah, my face looks more angular. It's like, well, no, it just kind of moved. Yeah, I still get dysphoric as well about my face at certain angles. But I do think it is slowly coming through, and there are times when I look at my face and think, ooh, yeah, I look really masculine. But yeah, apart from that, it's just not been as drastic as before. My voice, however, I have things to talk about with my voice, so roll the comparisons.
My name is Jason, and I have just started testosterone. My name is Jason, and I am 1 month on testosterone. My name is Jason, and I am 2 months on testosterone. My name is Jason, and I am 3 months on testosterone. My name is Jason, and I am 4 months on testosterone. My name is Jason, and I am 5 months on testosterone. My name is Jason, and I am 6 months on testosterone. My name is Jason, and I am 7 months on testosterone. My name is Jason, and I am 8 months on testosterone. My name is Jason, and I am 9 months on testosterone. My name is Jason, and I am 10 months on testosterone.
I think at this stage I'm going to stop using that voice app because my pitch isn't really changing. It's definitely sort of settled into where the range is. But my timbre, I think, is changing nicely. It's a bit off today just because I'm kind of tired and a bit lethargic. But especially when I do singing, it's definitely getting really quite strong now. It's nice. I'm getting used to the technique as well, and how it's different from how I used to sing, and kind of be able to use my breathing as well to help with that. There's a lot more, like, initial power needed now with my voice, whereas before, because I was a soprano, I could, normally with high voices there is this kind of like sort of slow, and it kind of does that a bit like if you're playing the violin, whereas with a low voice like a bass, you've got to kind of put the power behind it and then like do stuff with it with breathing. I know this sounds really nerdy, but as a vocalist, you know, this is really important. In terms of my singing range, it has gotten a bit bigger. I'm talking about my chest, like the way I sing in my chest. In the sort of higher range, so now I can do about 2 octaves in my chest, so bottom F, or sometimes an E, F2, for those of you who know octaves and stuff. And then up to an F above middle C, so an F4. I can get an F sharp, but anything higher than that, and it just kind of goes terrible. I can't do it. But in terms of my head voice, it's not really something I do very often. I don't really sing in my head voice because it does sound like it's not only different, but it just doesn't have that the strength behind it anymore. But I can still like reach really high notes in my falsetto, like just about. I can kind of screech them out. So yeah, I think they're gonna be staying really, but they're just different now. But yeah, it's really interesting. I'm trying to sing like different types of music if I can as well. And also with my sense of pitch, because I do have absolute pitch, but in terms of how my timbre has been, when I used to sing like soprano stuff, I would quite often sing sharp. With my bass voice, I'm actually singing flat. Now I don't know if that's because quite a lot of what I've been practicing with is a slightly lower pitch than the modern Western pitch. If by this point you have no idea what I'm talking about, I completely understand. But it might be to do with that and muscle memory, but like I've been trying to get more conscious of that and think, okay, am I definitely in tune, and can I lift the sound a bit more? I don't think I'm gonna really become this kind of big bass, and it's not me either. I can kind of create quite a rich, for me anyway, rich and kind of vibrato and stuff, but I'm not going to be one of these big, like, operatic Kurt Moll type basses. I think I'm going to be much more like a lyrical bass, is what they're called, or somebody who's very like versatile with notes and stuff. So basically how I was before, but just lower, I suppose. But no, I'm really enjoying it. I'm really enjoying my voice, and I'm really liking it. I think with speaking, there's a couple of things that I wish will happen, and it happened again last night. When I'm in a noisy place like a bar or there's loud music, it's so hard to like make your voice carry, like if you're ordering a drink. And I was really, really trying last night. I thought, you know, I'll go all out, I'll practically sort of shout and stuff, and it's like, because I naturally project anyway, but that just doesn't work. You've got to kind of really, really shout, and even then I'm thinking, oh, I sound so quiet and mousy, and I think I still passed, but at the same time, it's like, it's not usual for a guy to do that. Normally they're like, yes, I want this, and no. Yeah, I don't know. I'll keep practicing. Actually, yeah, that was the main thing. I don't know what the other one was, sorry. I think the last thing is that my body is really kind of settling in now to tea and settling into the hormone. I'm just like last time really with mood swings. I just don't really get them anymore. I still get like frustrated about certain things, but that's been happening quite a lot, like quite early on. And again, I've said I don't know if it's like just tea or if it's also a confidence thing. Maybe it's a bit of both. Things that would also sort of affect my hormone, like hot flushes, for example. I'm not getting hot flushes anymore, thank God. And I just feel a lot more kind of settled into it and stuff. So yeah, not that much to report, even though it's been a couple of months. I'm hoping there'll be more things to come over the next few. in the meantime, obviously there's my chest and all the stuff going on with that I'll keep you updated on. And I'll be doing a Q&A hopefully sometime next week, mainly about surgery, but you can really ask me anything, like anything trans related, or anything like what's my favourite soup or something, Not that I'm a big eater of soup, but just some random. But yes, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please feel free to like and subscribe, ring the bell as well so you get notifications from me. And feel free to say, can you see any changes? Have you noticed anything? Etc, etc. Are you on T yourself? Like, what's going on with your lives? And of course, I will see you all in the next video. Bye bye.